Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with StraightSmile Solutions, and today we're going to be talking about the compromise treatment disclosure, which is another one of the forms in our form library that you can now purchase a la carte. They do come for free with any VIP or concierge membership. Just let us know. But we wanted to take some time to explain these forms to you so you understand the why behind them. If you're going to launch or scale any kind of ortho, I don't care if it's clear correct, Invisalign, 6-month smiles, traditional straight wire, progressive ortho, phase one, you need to have paperwork already set up. Nobody's going to give this to you. And orthodontists, we have these, we kind of create them as we go along. I've been kind of improving on my document library over the last 16 plus years that I have been an orthodontist. But as always, anything that a patient is going to be signing, you need to run it by your own in-house legal team. We are not lawyers. This is something maybe we use, maybe we were told it's okay. We're in a different state than you. I might have a different insurance company than you from you. And also your own liability insurance company. They often have templates you can use as well. So feel free to ask them. They could be free. But we only charge $20 per document. You can download it, make it your own, brand it, do whatever you want with it. It's just something to open up the conversation. So today we're going to be talking about the compromised treatment disclosure. And that is something that I've used quite a lot. And I can tell you it is CYA covered my, you know what, many times. So what is that? A compromised treatment disclosure basically is when you're taking a case, and I think even more now than before, I mean, 10, 15 years ago, it was kind of your way, our way, or the highway with treatment plans. You know, patients would come in, we say, you need this is what you need, and this is what you get. And I think more now, even more since Smile Direct Club came out, patients really want to do a treatment their way. Maybe they don't want ideal, maybe they just want improved, but you have the obligation to explain to them the why behind that treatment plan and what the risks are, even if not all the risks apply, and what the benefits are. And you need to write them down. So again, this is just a draft. You're going to likely want to modify this on any compromised patient and put your own bullet points in. This is just a starting draft, right? So here it's saying that the best correction would be jaw surgery. And that's just kind of a standard way to phrase things. I mean, any adult that's not growing, that has an overjet, the best correction would be jaw surgery. I'm not saying it's the best, but it is ideal, right? And are most people going to do this? Absolutely not. They're not. It's maybe not worth the risk to them. But anyone that you're going to only do an improvement on, or you're going to pull out teeth, anytime you're pulling out teeth, that is a compromised choice. You need to have them sign for this because it's a risk. Anytime you pull out teeth, it can change their profile. It's not always the most ideal choice, but 99.99% of patients are going to choose compromise when it comes down to that. They're probably not going to go for an orthodontic surgery unless there is a major skeletal or functional problem. And often orthodontic surgery is not covered by insurance, or it's only covered in part. It can be very expensive for patients. And sometimes it is fully covered. So it really depends. But I always like to say, if you're going to just do an improvement, make sure the patient understands ideal, even if you're not the one that can offer it, even if they need to refer out to an orthodontist or to a hospital, or to a university that has an orthodontics program. That's always the best, the cheapest way to do it. Make sure they understand it so that they're making the best decision for them, and they understand all the risk, benefits, and alternatives with choosing just an improved bite over an ideal bite. Because often, if they don't understand it and you don't write it down, you didn't explain it. And so this is definitely one of the top 3 liabilities in ortho, is that you didn't explain it and write it down, and they didn't say that they heard it. And if you didn't write it down, it didn't happen. So you can't just chart it only. You have to explain it, write it out. And this is something that we're glad to help you with, to educate you more. Each case is a little bit different, so there isn't really a cookie cutter approach here. But we're glad to share this disclosure form for you as a CYA, cover your beep. And trust me, if you start scaling ortho, you're going to be glad that you start having patients doing this. And another suggestion, if the patient's under 18, don't do compromised. Just don't do it. I mean, I've seen and heard of problems with minors that really weren't given a choice. And later, maybe the parents said, oh yeah, I want to have upper bias extracted instead of doing a jaw surgery. With the mandibular advancement, well, maybe they had an airway issue, and maybe you didn't explain that to them, or maybe you totally flattened out their profile and they look bad now and they have extraction regret syndrome, and they really couldn't give informed consent because they were 16 or 17, but yet you allowed this to happen. So for me, I don't do compromise on kids, so only on adults who can make their own decisions. So just a tip, learn from what I've seen, learn from mistakes that I've seen. I'm not saying mistakes that I've made, but I've definitely seen problems happening. I've often been the second or third opinion. I've been asked to give opinions in litigation. So, and also I do love, one of the best things for you to listen to is like AAOIC or one of these risk management companies that deals with orthodontic cases. Listen to them, the top 3 things that can go wrong, the top 3 liability lawsuits in ortho, and you're going to be really surprised at the stuff that you hear. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it, and it'll definitely change the way you do treatment plans. So anyways, hopefully that's helpful. Again, this document is available for you, and we'd love to answer any questions if you have them. All right, take care. Thanks.